Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen from Player Attack. We are at E3 2012. I'm here with John from Gearbox, and behind us you may notice a very familiar figure. We are in fact checking out Aliens Colonial Marines. This was first announced last year's show. What's happened in the past 12 months?
We've been doing a lot of work. We're at a point now where we're headed toward alpha, and we're starting to tune everything up, make sure that we're really focusing right now on making sure that the co-op experience feels really good, and balancing everything out. So, I mean, everybody's just working like crazy to get it done, you know, but it's everything's starting to come together. You start to play it, really get a sense of where the game's going, and everybody's super excited about it.
What sort of reaction have you been getting from people on the show floor?
So far, it's been really positive, you know.
I like how you say so far, like you're expecting it all to come crashing down.
Well, so I'm such an enormous fan of the franchise, you know, that I want to make sure we do it right, you know. I mean, so it's great getting feedback. We want to hear what other people are seeing and how they're judging the job we're doing, you know, to make sure that we're delivering on what they want to see, you know, because that's the same thing I did when I came on the project was, oh my gosh, we're going to make, you know, the sequel to Aliens, James Cameron's Aliens. What do I want to see? I want to get in a power loader. I want to crush some aliens in a power loader. You know, we want to make sure that we're giving all those things to the fans that they want, you know, so that's what we're doing.
And so obviously, this is legit. This is totally real.
Yeah, this is the actual alien queen from the film. It's the film prop. You know, you guys can't really see it, but up in the neck you can see the animatronics and the wires and stuff like that. And Fox, you know, we've had a great relationship with Fox. You know, this is a canonical sequel, so they're very involved. And they pulled her out of the archive storage and brought her down here to show off for the show. So it's really cool.
As I was just saying, I can't believe she lives in a box.
I know, that's so wrong. She should be at my house.
Or mine. I would accept that. We can share her.
Okay.
It'll be all right. But I mean, this is just an example of how much you guys are being trusted with the franchise, with the assets, with everything.
Yeah, it's been great. We've had access to so much stuff. I mean, more just for nerd fun, but early this week we got to go see a sneak peek of Prometheus on the Fox studio lot, which was amazing, right? Afterward, we got to go to the archive and take a look at some of the stuff in the archive. We found this big case. We're all wearing white gloves, and we're opening up this case, and inside here are a bunch of the original drawings for Aliens. So it's, you know, sketches of Hadley's Hope. It's you know, it's drawings of the APC done by Sid Mead. You know, it's just, oh, it's amazing. You know, we're thumbing through it. We're just like, wow, you know, this is the coolest thing ever. Oh my god. You know, so it was fun.
Speaking of Prometheus, I heard a rumor that there is actually a Colonial Marines Prometheus link, that you are perhaps an inspiration.
That's what Brian Martell will tell you. Yeah, Brian, the creative director for the project, and he's one of the owners of Gearbox. He got to, early in the project, he got to go meet with Ridley Scott, which was very cool. And they got to spend a bunch of time talking. Ridley pulled out the storyboard scripts from Alien, the original ones that he had made all hand notes on and everything like that, and they went page by page, you know, and stuff. And they spent a lot of time talking about the space jockey and that kind of thing. And Brian, the way he tells it is that he inspired Ridley's Prometheus endeavor. So, you know, I don't know if Ridley's gonna, you know, corroborate that or not, but you know, that's Brian's story.
It's a good story. I think we should stick to it. I think we should tell everyone.
Absolutely.
So, in case anyone has been living under a rock, Colonial Marines is the sequel to the movie.
Yes.
What happens?
Well, the way it starts out, we take place after Alien 3. So, you know, in the beginning of Alien 3, we've got the Sulaco with everybody in the hypersleep chambers. Something goes wrong. The EEVs are all ejected from the Sulaco. It's presumed that the Sulaco is destroyed over Fury 161, and that's where our game kind of begins. We have a distress signal in the beginning of the game coming from Corporal Dwayne Hicks. You might recognize that guy. And we're on board the USS Sephora. It's another Conestoga class ship, and we're going to respond to this signal that was sent from LV-426. When we get to LV-426, we find the Sulaco sitting there in orbit around the planet. It's like, what the hell is that doing here? It's supposed to have been destroyed. Several Marines go on board to investigate, and then everything goes horribly, horribly wrong, as it needs to. And then you're awakened after the initial group goes in and sent in to figure out what's going on and unravel the mystery. And then everything just, it's a roller coaster from there, and it's going to be great. I mean, we really want to deliver on all the things that, I want to do as a fan of this franchise, and I'm hoping other people are going to be excited about. We're going to go revisit the Sulaco. We're going to go down to LV-426 and check out what's left of Hadley's Hope. We're going to go into the derelict spacecraft. You know, we're going to go do some really cool stuff, you know, so it's going to be fun.
The whole thing really is just basically fanboys just nerding out.
Well, it is. I mean, we're really, because it has such a rabid base of fans, right? You know, and we want to make sure that we're doing all the cool stuff that everybody wanted to do. But then at the same time, we don't want to. What I don't want to do is end up that, you know, we've made a game that relies on the fact that people love the franchise. We just want to make a great game. So, you know, there's going to be all those great things in there for the fans. You know, it's like you're going to go into the mess hall from Aliens, and you'll see the holes on the table where they did Five Finger Fillet. It's like, that is the table, that's where it happened, you know, kind of thing. That's really cool. But at the same time, we want to make sure that this is just a really good game. You know, so if you've never seen the Aliens films, for one, you're a horrible human being, and you should watch them immediately. But if you haven't, you'll just still enjoy the game because it's a great game, and it's a great universe. And, you know, if this ends up being somebody's first introduction to the Aliens universe, right on. You know, that'd be great.
There may be some people who haven't heard about what's going on and who hear that this is a sequel to a movie and have images of interactive movies. This is action-packed, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of the great things of doing the sequel to the Aliens film as an interactive experience, we have more time. You know, this is a 10-plus hour experience instead of a 2-hour movie, you know, so we can do lots of really great stuff, you know, and we're wanting to make sure that we you know, have quite a variety of experiences. You know, there'll be the just crazy action, you know, blowing things up with pulse rifle, but then there's also this scary as hell, straight out of Alien, you know, I'm being hunted, you know, kind of feel, you know, and that kind of stuff. And then there's exploration and discovery and all this kind of thing. And then we have a very strong narrative that plays through the game. But we're trying to ensure that it's laced into the actual gameplay itself and the motivations of the player and your interaction with your squad mates and all this kind of stuff. We want to avoid, you know, just having the story in the cinematic and then there's gameplay and then there's the story in the cinematic. We want to make sure that it's all integrated, you know, that it's just a really great active experience. I get to go live being, you know, a Colonial Marine in the sequel to James Cameron's Aliens.
Do you have to live there alone, or can you bring some friends? What? Tell us about multiplayer.
Okay, so you can bring friends. You know, it's funny because we always slip and say, you know, the single player game. It's not. You know, it's the narrative campaign. Because it's up to 4-player co-op, you know, drop in, drop out, you can play with your friends, you know, and we're looking to try to make sure that that's, you know, a good solid experience as well. And then we have competitive multiplayer, which is, it's pretty cool. It's asymmetric gameplay. It's the Aliens versus the Marines. And there's a number of different game modes, and that's coming along really well as well. It's really fun.
And I guess the last question, you know, Aliens from Colonial Marines was announced last year at the same time as the Wii U was revealed, and there's been all sorts of talk about how you guys are going to be working with Nintendo to have the game playable on this new console, new tablet, new everything. How's that all going along?
It's looking really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And that's all you can say about it, obviously.
Well, I mean, it's really cool. I mean, imagine what it would be, you know? It's like you've got a motion tracker, controller in your hand, you know.
Gamepad. Wii U gamepad.
Yeah, sorry, gamepad. It's going to be cool. You know, we're not making a different game specifically for the Wii U, but we are leveraging what the hardware affords us in the context of what we're doing with the game to present it in a really unique way. You know, so there's some really cool stuff going on. It's exciting.
It is exciting. And how long are we going to have to remain excited for? When is this coming out? When is it coming out?
February 2013. I got to get back to the office.
Yes, off you go. Back now.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.